Hi and welcome to GCSE History. This presentation is designed to give you the key ideas of what you'll be studying if you decide to pick history as a GCSE option. The GCSE option that we offer here at St Anthony's is the EDUCAS syllabus. This involves studying 4 different topics over the next 2 years with an examination of 2 papers at the end of Year 11. These papers are Studies in Depth and Studies in Breadth. One of the depth studies that we offer is Age of Elizabeth. This allows us to build on the work that you've done lower down in the school and look at Elizabethan England in a little bit more depth than we've studied previously. This allows us to look at the character and the nature of Elizabeth as Queen and how she managed to rule for so long in an age where kings were the normality and queens very much the exception. We will look at some of the challenges that she faced, both from people like Mary Queen of Scots and challenges such as the Spanish Armada. We will also look at what it was like to live in Elizabethan England, what it was like for rich and poor, and look at the age of Shakespeare and what people did for popular entertainment. Our other depth study is very much a contrast to our work on the Age of Elizabeth and involves a modern European study. We'll be looking at Germany between the First and the Second World War, and this builds on the work that you did in Year 9 in the Age of Dictators unit. We will look at the experiences of Germany during the First World War and how these influenced the kind of country that it became in the following years. We will look at the Weimar Republic, the government that ruled from the end of the First World War up until the rise of Hitler in 1933. We will then look at how Hitler was able to become Chancellor of Germany and how he controlled Germany in the next 6 years. We will also look at how his rule affected both ordinary Germans and the international situation, and look at how Hitler was responsible for the causes of the Second World War. We will now turn to the breadth studies. Just like the depth studies, you will study 2 across the course of the next 2 years. The first depth study I'm going to talk about is America between 1929 and the year 2000. 1929 was a crucial year in American history because this was the year of the Wall Street crash. We will look at the causes and the impact and how it led to the Great Depression of the 1930s. We will also look at how America developed in the post-World War II years, particularly focusing on civil rights, the experiences of Martin Luther King, and how far the struggle for civil rights was a successful one. We will look at social changes in the 1960s, particularly the development of protests against such events as the Vietnam War. We will also look at America's international position and look at its role and impact as a superpower in the Cold War. Our second breadth study allows us to study one theme throughout over 1,000 years of history. This theme is medicine, and we'll be looking at how medicine has changed across the period, from the Romans to virtually the present day. We will look at how ideas on causes of disease have changed, how technology has led to revolutionary ideas in treatment, and how people have been diagnosed. We will also look at the factors that have helped to bring about these changes, such as science and religion, attitudes, and the role of government. GCSE History is one of the most popular options here at St Anthony's, and that's for several very good reasons. 1, we study interesting topics. 2, it allows an understanding of the world that we live in today. And 3, it allows us to develop important skills not only useful in our other subjects, but in future careers. History links to many careers, as you can see on the display here, but also gives us skills such as evidence handling, which are useful in many other careers. History is very well regarded by universities and employers alike, and is seen as a very, very important subject to have studied. I hope this presentation has given you a flavour of what we study at GCSE here at St Anthony's. However, if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to ask any of the history department or your history teacher during your lessons.